Hello everyone, and welcome to Jumperman Tech, where we specialize in HVAC but do everything DIY. And today we have a service call for a 4-pipe fan coil unit. Thank you to everyone tuning into Jumperman Tech. So today we have a service call for a 4-pipe fan coil unit. The issue that they're having is that they were not getting cooling. So this is a 4-pipe fan coil unit. We have constant hot water and chilled water for air conditioning. Here's our thermostat, but according to Delta or Ainsworth Controls, this is actually not a thermostat. They call it a sensor, as it's a communicating system. Alright man, we're up here. Man, look at this other control panel. Jeez man, to troubleshoot this thing. Anyways, this is one unit, and this is the other. We're working on this one. I gotta crawl under this duct. To get to this. That's an auto. Hold up, we gotta get that out the way. They're telling me we having a party, so then we can't test it. Anyways, I know there's some relays here. No lights are on. This one's chilled water. This one's hot water. All right, let me call Christian and let him set it to cooling. Hey man, all right, let's set it to cooling.
Okay. All right. Fans in the house. Snowflake and fan.
It came on?
Yeah.
All right, hold on. I hear the fan starting. And we got a red light on this relay. All right. Copy that. Stand by.
Okay.
I'll call you right back.
Okay.
All right, bye.
Bye.
All right, guys. So to get to the actuator, it's so freaking bad. I'm better off climbing on top of the unit. There are beams holding this all up. All right, man. Let's climb this thing. Set up a draw cloth just so we don't get so messy, man. There's no space here. Oh, I can't even move. I'm stuck. All right. I don't know if you guys can see, but there's the valve. I'm gonna take the camera off my head so you guys can see it. It looks like it's in the closed position to me. Right there's the Limo actuator. You guys see? Can't really see from here. If you guys look at the handle, see if I can point it to you. Right here, the handle is to the side, so it's closed. We need it to move to be parallel with the pipe to be open. So let's see, where is this thing? Right here. There's the 3 wires for it. All right, so I was able to get a picture of the model. It's LRB24. And let's see, we got 3 wires. We got black, red, and white. It says so. Let's see. There's a few different ways to wire this, but it's pretty much black is common, red is hot, and it says Y is input. I gotta see, because some of these are just 24 volts to open, 24 volts to close. This is a non-spring return, so you either need 24 volts to open, right, or 24 volts to close, or sometimes they have a tricky one where it's always steady power, but then through the white, which is your Y input, it could be modulating 0 to 10 volts DC, and that's how it could possibly operate. But let's go ahead and test this real quick. All right, so the reason I'm up here is because I want to physically see the valve change. So black is common. Let's get 1 meter in there. And then it says red is your hot, so there might be a steady 24 volts here all the time. I don't know. But right there, we got 24 volts. Then I'm gonna check between common and white, the next one. Okay, just make sure that we're actually getting a connection. Nothing is there. I'm also gonna switch now to DC volts between common and Y. No DC voltage. Switch it back to AC. 0 volts there. Let's call Christian, see if he can switch over. All right, Christian. All right, let's put the man in the house. Let's take the man out of the house, so we're turning the thermostat off real quick.
Got it. All right, man is outside the house.
Okay, I hear the fan turned off, so everything else should have turned off as well. I still don't have any voltage between, hold on a second, between black and white. Let me be sure here. I still want this thing to touch metal. Hold on, man. That's definitely contacts there. So nothing happened. Now let me check DC volts. So nothing changed between those two. I still have no DC volts. Nothing changed there as well. And let me check between common and hot, red and black. I still have a steady 24 volts. Nothing changed. But the relay probably turned off. Maybe the relay's not doing its job. All right, Chris, I'll call you back. Stand by.
Got it.
All right, guys, what I'm gonna do is take a picture of this because the wire colors change. So black turns into white, red turns into black, and white turns into red. All right, let's take a picture of this and let's go over to the panel. Hold up. All right, nothing happened there, but this might not be the cooling actuator, at least because I'm following this in and somebody wrote heat right here. We're gonna double check that. We're gonna put the system in heat and check. All right, let's put the system in heat.
Okay.
Put the system in heat. I wanna watch this, see if that actuator handle moves. This piece right here. Let's put it in heat.
80.
Put it in heat and raise the temperature.
Raise the temperature.
Yep.
Have it at 80 max.
Okay, so when the fan starts, this heating actuator should engage.
Got it.
All right, well, let's give it a minute. I know there's a time delay.
Marcos is here too. behind me with a coffee machine.
Copy that. This valve might be the heating valve. That means that the cooling might be in the other room, which is an absolute nightmare. All right, well, stay on the line and let's see if this thing moves. All right?
Okay.
2,000 years later.
Okay, so actually, this is the heating.
Okay.
This is the heating.
Okay.
Because I can see that it's opening right now. Little black handle on top of the actuator is slowly becoming parallel with the pipe. Hopefully you guys can see in the video that thing is moving. Very slowly. It takes a while, but it's opening. I can physically see it. Alright guys, you can see it's physically parallel with the pipe now. Alright Christian, turn it off. Put the system on off. Take the man outside the house.
Got it. Yep.
Alright, I can see it slowly closing as well. Moves very slow, but it's moving, so heat definitely works. The issue is this is gonna be absolute nightmare because I know where that other valve is. It's above the staircase, man. Gotta get in there. Alright. Alright. Look where I am, guys. This is insane. It's inside there, and there's just no good way to really set this ladder up. Hold it good. Sheesh, man. And there's a whole unit here. And one of the valves is somewhere here. I think it's this one. Oh, I have no space here. But I found that this bypass was just open. It's gotta be the valve right here. This looks like this is it. Yeah, this is coming from the other room. Is there anything else closed here or open? These are open. That's weird. Alright, man. Leave it like this. Try to go into the restaurant.
Okay.
And put the system on off. And call me. Call me. Yeah, call me. Put it on off.
Off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Take the man out the house. Leave it like that. I'll stay up here.
Alright.
Call me from there. Oh, God. Okay, we shut it on off.
Okay.
And it's moving. And the bypass was open. How would they not have cooling? Oh man. Found a hole in the supply tank. I'm getting 68 degrees. The bypass was even open. I think they were trying to put on cooling. They opened the bypass and it still wouldn't even get cold. What I'm thinking is we might be mixing heat. It might the hot water actuator valve might be leaking. It might be slightly mixing. Let's give this a few minutes, see if this comes down. If it doesn't, we're gonna close the hot water valve manually and see if it drops. And that'll tell us the whole story. All right, guys, I closed this valve, which is right next to the heating actuator. And I closed this valve right here. It says that it's heat return. And we got the same temperature, 68. It's not getting that cold. All right, over here, this is the heat return, this is the cooling return. It's kind of rusty in there. Wonder if that vent is clogged in some way. This thing's actually loose by hand. Full of water, mud. I wonder if this thing is clogged and we're not moving water. Alright, so quick update. I went back up on that other scary ladder and I opened up the bypass and we're still getting the same temperature. So the chilled water bypass is open and the actuator. So we should be flooding this coil with chilled water. And it's not happening. Next, the heating valves are manually closed, and so is the actuator. So we're not moving chilled water. We gotta also, you know what? We gotta make sure that the chiller is on. But I'm sure they would have called me and they had a problem with no cooling anywhere. All right, so heating and cooling actuator both open and close. Bypass is open for the chilled water, so we're 100% moving water. Still doesn't get cold. We closed the hot water valves manually to make sure we're not squeezing by. Still the same. Either the chiller is not on, or somehow we're not moving water because the air vent, we got air in the pipes, or possibly could be a strainer here that's clogged as well. The fan is running. I saw the belt was kind of loose, but if that coil was cold, man, you'd get cooling. We gotta investigate. All right. We look here. Chilled water inlet 51.5, chilled water outlet 48.9. Chiller is operating. Either a valve is closed somewhere, the strainer's clogged, or we're like airbound and we're just not moving water. There's another access panel where we're on the other side. So right now we're underneath that heating valve. Right there, we got some drains. And I wonder if we can like vent this system out somehow like that. Because there's a garden hose connection there. It's dirty?
It was at the beginning, now it's just more clear.
All right. Look at this hole I'm in. All right, well. It's feeling cold now, though. All right, let's just try to get some air out, if it's possible. That's definitely some dirty water. All right, this is the second batch of water we dumped. I don't know if you guys can see, but look, it's 48 degrees. This is cold water. We should have air conditioning. Seriously, in one of the worst spots, man. Even just to get through here. This is ridiculous. Look at this mess in here. Alright, so that was actually the supply. But now I connected it to the return. Supply is cold. You saw that. That's the temperature we got. but it's not returning. We're not moving water somehow. I'm gonna see if I can dump from there. I don't know if it's airbound or what, but there's cold water on the supply. What's up with the return? Like at an angle, it's so uncomfortable. This duct is gonna break if I step on it. So it looks like I'm trying to follow this right. So here's the hot water supply. This is the bypass line. Bypass, hot water supply. And it shows the return is here. I actually closed that. So I wanted to see if it was like leaking by. Let's open that back up. I can't believe this, man. Who even got in here? You could barely even fit through here. Look. Freaking closed valve in there. Oh man, I can't even barely do anything. Alright. Okay. Now that's open. Let's give this a minute. Let's see what happens, man. Who would have done that? Degrees, guys. Mystery solved. That was absolutely ridiculous. All right, let me close the bypass, and now we can test this thing automatically. But this is absolutely horrendous. Why would they do that? So they try to open up the bypass in the other room where I had to go up that scary ladder, and it still didn't get cooling even after they did the bypass. Nobody could understand. Somebody was up here messing around. You know, I had to climb over here. I couldn't even see it from there, and it's all this pipes, so many things here. It's like everything looks so confusing. Anyways, somebody manually closed the valve, guys. But at least now we know. We physically saw actuators both opening and closing, and that's what I told you guys. Either a valve is closed or not moving water due to air or a clog strain or something like that. We weren't moving water. It's honestly beyond me. Really high up here. Oh, man, I can't even reach that thing. I gotta stand up in here. Look at the space. It's the size of my hand, so there's not much between here. This is another unit up here, man. Who installed this, man? How'd they even get it in here? Bypass is closed. Cooling valve is open. Squeeze through here. Let's get out of here, man. Alright guys, I wasn't able to go into that room where the thermostat actually was because they're having a party. So the engineer controlled the unit by the computer. It has building automation controls inside of it. And I gotta just close this up. Definitely don't want to fall in there, man. Man, it's a ridiculous spot. Everything's good to go. We're gonna wrap it up here. If anyone found this video interesting or helpful, please drop a like, comment, and subscribe as I come out with new videos every week. And I'll catch you all next time.